Well, dear students, in this video, I am taking new topic, emissive power or emissivity. Emissive power or emissivity. Actually, every hot body radiates energy in the form of heat. Every hot body radiates heat, whatsoever the temperature, does not matter. But temperature should not be 0 Kelvin. If the temperature body above 0 Kelvin, our own body has temperature 37 degrees centigrade and keep on emitting radiation. So what is emissivity? The amount of heat radiated by the surface of body depends on temperature of the body, surface area, and the wavelength of radiations. Emit करना means to give out from inside. There are two terms, reflection and emission. Sun is emitting heat and light and other radiation. The term wavelength here, you may get confused, wavelength कहाँ से आ गया? I told you in radiation that through radiation process, energy transferred through electromagnetic wave, and the heat radiation, which are called infrared radiation, vary in wavelength from 7,000 angstrom to few millimeter. You will be learning gradually. Whatsoever the hot body is there, that keep on emitting heat, and the amount of heat radiated depend upon temperature, surface area, nature of surface also. Nature of surface depend upon temperature, body surface area. एक मिनट, surface area, nature of surface, nature of surface, and wavelength of radiation. So in general, what is emissive power? Actually, in physics, everything is taken per unit wise. In general, amount of heat radiated by a body at a given temperature per unit area, per unit area, per unit time is called emissive power, denoted by small e. So if at any temperature Q is the heat radiated from surface area A in time T, then emissive power of the body at given temperature is given by E equal to small e Q upon A into T. I think things are very clear to you now. The amount of heat radiated by a hot body at a given temperature depend on area, nature and time. So SI unit of E is equal to heat energy joule per second. So it is watt per meter square. Watt, या capital W small n per meter square, sorry. But I told you that this emissive power depends on the wavelength range. This is general definition of emissive power. There is one term, spectral radiancy. Spectral emissive power or spectral radiancy. The amount of heat carried depends upon wavelength also. Infrared radiation have a large range. So how define it? The amount of heat radiated by a body at a given temperature per unit area, per unit wavelength, per unit area per unit area, per unit time, and per unit wavelength range. Wavelength range near a particular wavelength. Wavelength lambda. There are many problems, dear children. You are maybe thinking over here, what is wavelength? Wave, what is wave? I told you sometimes the wave is variation of physical quantity. I will be telling you while teaching the chapter of wave. But remember that in light is also wave nature, and wavelength of visible light varies from 4000 angstrom to 7000 angstrom, and those of infrared radiation means the radiation which carry heat energy, and आपको have wavelength 7000 angstrom to few millimeter. Suppose कि आपको चाहिए wavelength at say 10,000 angstrom, तो that lambda उस पर देखना है, तो उसके अराउंड एक रेंज लेंगे. And so if Q be the heat radiated by a body from area A in time t within wavelength range d lambda, then spectral radiancy we write as E lambda is equal to Q upon A into T into D lambda. ये सब ऐसा जिसना भाई दो तीन चीजें भाई, एक तो होता ना पर यूनिट रेट पूछते हैं आप बनाना कि जी 40 रुपीज पर डजन मीन्स एक तो पर डजन हो गया. अब यू वांट टू फाइंड पीस कॉस्ट ऑफ वन बनाना, देन 40/12 दैट बिकम कॉस्ट पर बनाना. ऐसी पर अगर ये बॉडी इसका एरिया है ए, तो टाइम टी में एनर्जी निकल रही है टी विद इन वेवलेंथ, देन ई लैम्डा इज इक्वल टू दिस. सो ऐसा यूनिट ऑफ स्पेक्ट्रल रेडियंसी इज जूल पर सेकंड वाट per meter square per angstrom में लेते हैं वेवलेंथ. यूनिट ऑफ वेवलेंथ ना वैसे तो मीटर में है. वेवलेंथ द लेंथ डिस्टेंस ट्रेवल्ड बाय वेव, बट वी यूज इन angstrom per wavelength range. This was something about spectral radiancy. Now similarly there is other term here. This chapter is very important for sake of knowledge as well as exam also. Simple thing. Everybody is serious about exam. No person says about how to teach, how to complete syllabus in time. I'm very sorry to say. Now next heading is absorptive power. Suppose it is any body and some radiation falling on this. Some radiation, maybe any radiation, visible light, infrared, ultraviolet, whatsoever radiation. Radiation carry energy in the form of heat, in the form of light, and other form also. So when some radiation falls, some are reflected back, part of that absorbed, and some get transmitted. So when some radiation, yes, some radiant energy, radiation energy means radiant energy, we can use this word, falls on the surface of a body, then some part is reflected back. Some part absorbed. And remaining gets transmitted. Gets transmitted. So the absorptive power जिसको मैं स्मॉल एज लिखते हैं of a body may be defined as the amount of radiant energy absorbed in a given time to the radiant energy incident in that given time. That is A equal to Q dash upon Q. Q dash energy absorbed and Q energy falling on it. It is a ratio, so has no unit. Further, the amount of wavelength, which wavelength are absorbed depend on nature of surface. Not all radiation get absorbed by body wavelength wise. Body has ability to absorb radiation wavelength wise. Different bodies. क्या हो गया? Amount of energy absorbed depends on wavelength also. So, ratio of energy absorbed within given wavelength range to the total energy falling is called spectral absorptive power. That is, we write by A lambda is equal to Q lambda, Q dash lambda upon Q. Radiation में fall है ना, having very but particular wavelength absorbed divided by energy in the range lambda, d lambda, so A lambda is the spectral radiancy. For example, in sunlight, green leaves appear green because that reflect green and absorb other. Red flower absorb other color than red is reflected back. So that way it depends upon nature. On roads you have signboard, in the night they appear red. When light of your vehicle fall on them, they give different colors, red color generally. So we paint it there, which is of red color. So that will reflect only red color, absorb other. So that way, इसलिए मैं कह रहा हूँ कि यहाँ पर है भाई, तो वेवलेंथ वाइज भी डिपेंड करता है का एब्जॉर्प्टिव पावर. थोड़ा लंबा होगा.